Well. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Deep Rock Galactic video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the escort duty mission type for those new to Deep Rock Galactic and are first starting out. And if you already know what this mission type is, I hope this video is at least a little entertaining for you. Before I get into the mick of things, if you like the content I make and you haven't already, then maybe consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. It would help the channel grow, and I would like to have you along for the ride. All right. In the beginning, there was nothing. Then Mission Control said, "Let there be Dottie." And all was good. Basically, at the start of the mission, MC, or Mission Control, will send down this cage held within its confinements is Doretta, or Dottie. However you want to call this tank with a drill on the front of it, it's your job to escort Dottie, that's funny, to the armor and heartstone, the oh-so-precious piece of rock that MC keeps drooling over. When Dottie lands in, open the cage, greet Dottie as you should, see if there's any nitra that you missed. Sometimes you can get a full resupply in the beginning room. I'm not crazy, you're crazy. Then start up Doretta and watch as she goes and calls out to every hellscape bug in the vicinity to come and attack her as she just barely makes it to a halt. Wait, why did we stop? Well, if you were paying attention to this icon that appeared on your screen when you started Doretta up, the bar that is under the arrows is her fuel meter. It depletes as Doretta drills forward. When she runs out of fuel, it's your job to fuel her up. How, you may ask? Well, on the back of Doretta, she'll open up a panel revealing 2 fuel canisters to fuel up with a mineral known as oil shell. It looks like this, and if you're wondering, no, you can't mine this mineral with your pickaxe and deposit it into Molly. You have to mine it with this laser gun that MC found at a garage sale and deposit it into Doretta. Be fast though, because eventually a swarm will spawn in, and then you'll have to take your time away from fueling and start protecting Doretta. And be careful not to let the bugs... All right, well, guess it's a good time to say that Doretta is made of 3 parts, 2 side panels, and the main battery generator thing powering her. MC doesn't tell me. You can see how much health each part has in the same icon that appeared when you first started her up. And you can repair these parts. And when you 100% repair a part on Doretta, she gets iframes for a few seconds before being able to get attacked again. But if she takes too much damage, then the part will be destroyed. And then you'll only have the 2 remaining parts, and so on and so forth. If all parts get destroyed, then you lose the mission and it's back to the abyss bar with you. Anyways, once you get both fuel cells filled up and put back into Doretta, you can start her back up and continue to the armor and heartstone. Oh, and by the way, if you're playing on a mission length 1 or 2, Doretta will only stop 1 time to be refueled. If you're playing on a mission length 3, then she'll stop twice, so good luck with that. I mean, you can also see on the map the number of times she'll stop, so you know what you were getting yourself into. And also, on deep dives, for the most part, escort duties only stop once. Congratulations, you've made it to the armor and heartstone, and you have made it out with some parts of Doretta still intact. Once Dottie reaches this room, you can set up and prepare for what's to come. Start up Doretta and watch her go to town on the shell around the armor and heartstone. You may notice this boss health bar that appears above you. This is more like a progress bar showing each of the phases you'll be going through. The first phase is a swarm, but it feels more like an ambush than anything. In phase 2, the armor and heartstone will start to summon in boulders that will throw at Doretta, dealing a lot of damage. Luckily for you, you have a gun, so start blasting away at the rocks before they get thrown at Doretta. In phase 3, another swarm will spawn. And this time, it actually feels like a swarm, even if my footage that's on Haz 3 doesn't have a lot of bugs attacking Dottie. Then, finally, phase 4, the armor and heartstone will start to spawn in these pillars that will shoot freaking laser beams down at Doretta, dealing damage over time. 1 laser or 2 won't do a whole lot of damage, but over time, more will spawn in, and the damage will start to stack up pretty fast. Midway through phase 4, a swarm will spawn in. Great. Now you got to deal with freaking laser beams and bugs. But at the end of it all, if you make it, Doretta will have drilled to the armor and heartstone and send out an explosive shockwave, killing every bug around you, besides oppressors and detonators. Now strap the stone onto Molly. Don't forget to pick up Doretta's head and or have Bosco pick it up for you, and make your way to the drop pod. and get the hell out of there. Okay, that sounded mean. These tips really only apply to the end of the mission, where you protect Doretta as she digs into the armor and heartstone. All I can say for the escort part is stay near Doretta, as she goes faster when you are near her, making the mission go faster. As for the fueling part, if you're playing with another person, one of you can guard Doretta as the other goes to get fuel. And or if you're playing with 2 or more people, 2 of you can gather fuel and 2 of you can guard Doretta. It really depends on your team though, and what they want to do. Now for the protection part. You've probably heard this before, but if you're playing as NG or have an NG, have them in the second phase place platforms above Dottie, helping stop the boulders from hitting her. Only have NG place the platforms only after the shockwave happens. Otherwise, your work will vanish faster than your father leaving for milk. For Scout and or Driller, they can destroy the pillars easily in the 4th phase, either by having Scout break the top part off or have the Driller, well, drill the pillar, and then Gunner. Well, he's got a big gun that goes burn. Now, if you haven't seen the videos about it, plasma missiles destroy the boulders immediately, which is insane. And I have no idea if this is intentional or is a glitch, but either way, it's pretty satisfying. If you have tips you want to share, you can comment them down below. I'd love to hear what you all do during the escort duty. Oh, you're still here. Well, if you made it this far into the video, then why not consider subscribing? I'd appreciate it, and it would help the channel grow. I'd like to be able to make more I'd like to be able to make more entertaining videos in the future for you all, and I'd like to have you along for that. Anyways, I hope this video helped those who were wondering what this mission type is, and I hope it was entertaining for those with a bit of gray in their beards. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Rockin' stone, miners.